Sorry, I'm a little rusty, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 467 of the Maritime Paintball Podcast. What? Oh, okay. Welcome to episode 467 of the Maritime Paintball Podcast. My name is Brad Odell, and with me, as always, is
your king of paintball, Thomas
that
Burke.
he is. We're coming to you live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and 97.9 FM CHSR
in Fredericton, New Brunswick, baby.
You.
Before we get started, I wanted to tell you, I just remembered something. Just this very minute, I didn't just remember it, but it's Simon the Starman's birthday tomorrow.
Wow.
It's funny where you find yourself after 8 years, right?
Yeah.
Because I was in my world was very different 8 years ago.
Right.
Oh, buddy, was my world different 8 years ago. But I'm sitting here and I'm looking at the time, and I was watching Monday Night Raw 8 years ago, and and then the Starman's mother goes, "We gotta go." I'm like, "For what?" And she goes, "We gotta go." I'm like, "Oh shit, that's a long night, brother." Now there's a star right over there in our chat. He makes me very happy that Explore Paintball.
There is. I'm so glad he saw the reel I made. I was scrolling Instagram, doom scrolling away, and I saw this come by, and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of," because it's like the original video is a guy like building decks or something. It's like nobody cares about your content, and it's like the little lamb is just like mom, and I was like, "That's cute. I should do that with Explore."
He was since day 2.
It might be longer. I don't know.
Oh God, but we got that. So yeah, it is the Starman's birthday tomorrow. So we're gonna have a wild day. But he'll never ever hear this, and but it makes me happy. So I figured, screw it.
He's gonna go back one day and like find this somewhere, and he's gonna be like, "Hi, my dad was lamer than I ever thought."
Yes. Yeah. He's probably gonna realize. Oh, if he hasn't figured out that his father's lame now, it's over. But first of all, speaking of things that aren't lame, we have to talk about the service and products that bring this podcast to you every week here on 97.9 CHSR in Fredericton, New Brunswick, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. Not on Twitch anymore, not on Tumblr.
Yeah, we're not bothering with Twitch, and TikTok won't let us go live. So
yeah, well, they suck anyway. So
yeah,
it is a very nice hat, Tyler. Thank you. It
is a nice hat, isn't it?
You're really still waiting for your sheep.
I'm waiting for my fiance to come online, see this, and be like, "That idiot wore that hat."
Yes, and she said it was okay. She actually, for those listening on the radio, his fiance let him go out dressed like this. He's got a beautiful hat on.
She actually didn't see me leave. I left through the garage. There she is.
Perfect. Excellent.
Quick, somebody get JT in here. Somebody get JT and GI Sports in the chat.
Yeah, we want them to endorse this.
I want backup. I'm going to do one of those posting once a day until I get sponsored by JT or something stupid like that. Anyways. Before we get going, let's talk about our beautiful, beautiful people building paintball, a fantastic Facebook group, getting gear in the hands of the average player who may not be able to get said gear on the average day. So go join their group. Yeah, me, CS3 and a Frost JT Proflex. Go check them out. Monk the Paintball, my home away from home, the King's backyard.
The King's Forest is beautiful, especially this time of year.
It's in the chat.
Yep.
Go check them out for sure. Northern Hydration. I've learned my lesson. I am having a case of Northern Hydration shipped to wherever I am going. If I'm going down south towards like Florida way,
not making that mistake twice.
I got off the airplane. The heat was just like, and I was like, oh my God.
Oh my God! Hell on earth, man. I was simultaneously extremely jealous, and at the same time, not even slightly, because I knew what kind of weather you were walking into, and I have no pity for you.
It was beautiful in the sense that the sun was shining, but it was hot.
Thick, and it's thick.
Yeah,
with 3 C's.
What's this? Still stand by them. Oh, stand by is Northern Hydration. Yeah, absolutely. They're amazing products.
Absolutely. If it doesn't taste salty, you absolutely needed it.
So you can save yourself 10%. Use Maritime PB10 on drink, hydrate, or
Try again.
drinknorthern.com. Sorry.
Do you think he's? I don't know if he'll like my idea if it doesn't taste salty. You needed it. I don't know how that's going to go as a sales pitch.
I don't think that's going to work for a slogan.
I like it.
You could try, but I don't think it's going to fly.
All the salty gamers out there would love this stuff.
Ooh. Actually, what you do is you do the reverse. You go, you're too salty for this.
I like it.
And then they'd be like, no, I'm not. And they buy it.
Oh, I do like that.
See?
The old,
right?
Well, go think.
Using the old noodle.
Don't listen to this podcast. You can't see me winking.
Watch the numbers just plummet. Everyone's like, oh, okay, cool.
Damn it.
Of course, we have. I'm still fried from the weekend, man.
I can tell.
Paintball dirt.
Okay. Paintball dirt, doing the Lord's work.
Yep. And then of course he was posting constantly through World Cup. He wasn't even there, and he was posting. It was wild.
I saw
because he kept tagging me and stuff, and I was like, yeah, let's go. And then of course, VPL. Now that it's getting cold out, the VPL stuff is really going to be one of those things where I'm like,
got that. Yeah, you got that headset back, thinking I might have to try and play a little bit of VPL, or go and hang out at least in one of their chats, because they do like virtual hangouts, and their Discord is super active. They've cracked the code, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get kids to play some paintball, put the VR headset on them for a little bit, see if they get the feel for it in the winter.
True.
Great practice.
And I don't know what happened. The local pawn shop here has like 12 MetaQuest 3s in stock.
Down here at the pawn shop.
So yeah, it was great. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on to the stories, including this hat. Did I get to meet Fred? I did. I was kind of blown away at how tall that man is, or like I was not I don't know why. I think it's because I've only ever seen videos of him sitting, because when I met him, I looked up.
Oh yeah. Like,
he's huge.
He's a very tall man. Yeah.
He is. I was not expecting that. Yeah, we actually passed each other randomly walking past a couple of booths. So that was super cool. So let me talk a tale. Let me spin a yarn. Brittany, you can crack a joke about how short I am all day, but you're the one who decided to marry me. So I win. Now
your child will be short too. Good thing she's cute.
Yeah. Where was I going with this? So
I don't know.
My trip to World Cup.
There you go.
My trip to World Cup. I had a blast. It was amazing. I'm doing it again. It was a fantastic time. Here's what happened. I got on a plane and flew there. Blown away. First of all, I did not know that they now, like a lot of the planes, I guess they're removing the entertainment systems out of them and replacing it with free Wi-Fi. So you can, or at least high-speed Wi-Fi, not necessarily free. If you're an Aeroplan member, it's free, but like you can just stream Netflix and stuff on the plane, which makes sense. Everybody's got a phone, everyone's got a tablet, right? It just makes sense. There's little phone holders built into the chairs now, where it's like normally there's like the big tray. Now there's also a little phone holder, and I was like, this is amazing. This is the best thing ever.
This is some sort of black magic. You're just like, what is this?
Well, I was looking at it, and I was like, what is this weird little clip thing on the front? Like, when I'm fiddling with it, right? And I just and it opens up, and I was like...
You're like a caveman. You're like, bonga, bonga. You're just like banging on it with something, hitting it with your phone, trying to figure out why it won't work.
How many ugga-duggas does it take to get the plane seat to work? And yeah, so that was fun. So I set my phone there, and I was like, all right, this is dope. This is awesome. So I was super excited about that. Plane rides were great. Flew in, touchdown in Florida. Or no, touchdown in Toronto. So I flew to Fredericton to Toronto. By pure chance, I actually met up with two of the people that I was staying with in Florida in Toronto. They were on the same flight to Orlando as me. So we had a big group chat, and we get there, and like the group chat's going, and they're like, yeah, we just got into Toronto. And I was like, wait a minute, Toronto. Like, oh, maybe they're still here. I was like, what gate are you guys at? And they said their gate. And I was like, oh, that's me.
That's my gate. Yay.
That's my gate. Let's go.
Traveling paintball friends in the airport. I had it happen on the way home from CPX, and yeah.
It was a ton of fun. So I didn't have to do everything solo. I had some really subpar but not terrible gnocchi at a restaurant in the airport. There was short rib gnocchi.
That does sound terrible.
There was no short rib in it. Either that or the short rib was slow cooked to the point where it disintegrated into paste. Like there was nothing in it. It was so, yeah. I was like, okay, cool. So that was whatever.
Oh, hey Ryan, how's it going, buddy?
What's this? Intensity Customs on Instagram says, Brad now lives in the studio because of his hat.
Intensity Customs
Yeah,
are not
hey, Intensity,
sponsored.
can you make me a hat like this? Is that a thing?
Yeah,
Can we make these kinds of hats?
actually he can, because I have it on good authority that Intensity Customs also made the Rhinos hat. And
Well,
made his
if these
new,
kinds of hats
and
can be
I mean
made by
it's,
Intensity, and the bottom of them, like if the bottom could have like
sure he could.
podcast stuff, that would be dope. Like let's do that. Also, the
we
camera
think
just froze
Dynasty's-
and your face was hilarious.
Do we think
yes.
Dynasty's dominance is over?
100%. 100%. We'll get into that. Maybe we'll talk about that next week. But
You're going to give me a lesson on all this on these fancy talk.
Dynasty's not done. Like I'm not going to say like, oh, they're done. They're out forever. That's
Don't
like
say that. That makes for real bad writings in a couple of years.
No. They're just. I think Dynasty now has to realize that the
paintball world does not revolve around them.
Well, no, it's.
I have no idea what I'm talking about, just for the record.
Dynasty has had a similar lineup for a very long time because they've been the best of the best. I think it's just kind of like what's the best way to put this? When
their team's aging out, and
let's look at hockey. Like when Gretzky started aging out, and it was like he wasn't peak anymore. Well, is that the end of Gretzky? No, he moved on to non-player stuff, right? Mm-hmm. I think you'll see a couple of the guys from Dynasty go to coaching, maybe, or something. They'd probably make some killer coaches. So yeah. Anyways, so we get down there. The Airbnb, beautiful. It was in a gated community, which is very strange. I did not like that. I didn't. Not that it was okay.
Just here's me laughing over here, right?
I didn't like the idea that every time we were coming back to the Airbnb, we had to stop and show some random dude a barcode on our phone, and then he let us in. I don't know. It just. I was like, ugh. I was like, I don't like this.
Did it rub your rhubarb? It rubbed your rhubarb the wrong way, didn't it?
It did. I was like, this is a pain in the butt because every time we tried to get back in, like in the evening, like 5-6 o'clock at night, there was a traffic jam because Buddy was sitting there waiting for people to pull up the code on their phone or whatever. And it's just like, dude, why is this gate? It's not even that it's gated, and these are just like minimum wage security workers. It's not like somebody coming speeding through in a car is they're gonna stop them.
I'm just picturing the security guard listening to this podcast being like, screw you Canadian buddy. Like, what the hell, man? Why you hating on me? Poor fella.
So we get in, the plane lands, we go to our rental spot, and we charmed the hell out of them because we were joking about because when we walked into the building, you had to walk past a Wrangler, like Jeep Wrangler, like they had like up on a rock kind of thing, like with one tire up on the air, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And we walk in and we're chatting and charming, like Canadian charm, right? Canadian charm. She's laughing. She's, she thinks it's hilarious because we talk funny, that kind of thing. And then, Connor, I think I was with Connor, was like, yeah, he's like, I'd love, we'd love to get a Wrangler. Like, she's like, done, Wrangler, done. You get a Wrangler. And she's like, it's bright orange. And we're like, yeah, let's go.
Bright orange Wrangler.
Bright orange Wrangler. Like,
good.
Yeah, we jump in that. We drive to the
Connor.
Airbnb.
Which Connor? Reed? No, he didn't make it out.
No.
Did he? Didn't think so.
No, don't. I forget. Hold on. Man, I referred to everybody as buddy the entire time I was out there. So
That's because we're Canadian there, fella, and we don't remember people's names.
I know. I think it was Connor. Connor? Or was it Kalen? I
Hi,
don't remember,
George.
man. It was one of the guys. Anyways, Connor. Yeah, I think it was a Connor. Connor. Yeah, Connor Chalmer. Anyways, had a blast. We get there and open up the door to the Airbnb, and everyone's having a team meeting because I went down with the Commando Misfits with Dave and all them. So I walk in, and there is an intense team meeting happening. Like Corey is running a tight ship. It was wild.
God, yes, that would have been a riot just to deal with Corey. He's so funny.
It was a really cool dynamic seeing it because the not to talk about the people that that were there that but it was really wild in the sense that like there's a bunch of them, right? Everyone's around, and it's really productive though. Like everyone's talking, they're making plans about the layout and how they're going to run things, and comparing practice to what they're going to get going on further and that kind of thing. And but it was really funny because every once in a while somebody would crack a joke and everyone would start laughing, and somebody from the team would be like, just out of nowhere, be like, "Shut up, Corey's talking," and it was like, "Holy hell!" Like I'm filming this, and I'm like,
why are you all so scary? I'm uncomfortable. I need an adult.
Yeah. So I got there as soon as I got there, the camera started rolling, started filming, and I have like 30 gigs of footage I need to record. I need to sift through and deal with. It's a lot. It's like 300 and some odd clips, like video files.
Oh,
wish me luck. So that was fun. That was awesome. Get in, grab a bite, chat with everybody. Everyone's like super pumped that I made it. I'm pumped that I made it. Super excited, saying thanking everyone for letting me hang out with them, chill with them. And then Ty was like, "Hey, let's go to Top Golf." I was like, "What is Top Golf?" And he's like, "It's golf, but you're like up high." And I was like, "All right, whatever. It's driving range, whatever. I'll go to a driving range."
It's golf, but you're up high.
Yeah, but I didn't. Yeah, but it's a game. It's a game. There's like giant lit up netted holes on the fairway, and like you're trying to get points, and turns out that I'm actually not a half bad golfer.
That's why when you messaged me, when you guys called me and woke me up, I was like within moments of trying to come down there and kill you, because I want to do Top Golf in the worst way, because I love that kind of shit. And two, I'm in bed, I've got a hole because I had a tooth pulled, I'm miserable, and I'm laying there and I just hear Tyler's voice. I'm like, I hate you both right now. We're going to Top Golf. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, that was fun. So I have there's going to be a montage clip we'll be put together quickly. It's probably going to be 40 or 50 clips in rapid succession of Ty missing the golf ball.
You know what? That makes me really happy.
Yeah, I can't wait to do that one. Anyways,
it's hilarious.
So we finished that up. The next day we hit the field, and I am not prepared for what was before me. We get there, and the vendors, so many vendors. I don't know how many vendors there were. Must have been 20 or 30 vendors. Which maybe some people they're like, whatever, it's only 20 or 30 vendors. I didn't know there was that many paintball vendors, man. Like it was a lot. As soon as you walk in, the first thing you see is Planet Eclipse has this massive tent. On the other side is like a couple of smaller ones, Anthrax, Violence, the trading card guy, dude, Paintball Royale game, doing trading cards.
Yep.
Scored some of those. That was super cool.
Neat.
Yeah, it was really neat. The GI booth, use booth loosely here, was huge, absolutely massive. I would say, let me try to compare it to something. I don't know. I don't know how what even like. I don't know. It was big. It was probably 50 feet by maybe 40 feet, 60 by 40 maybe. It was huge, right? It was a massive, massive thing. It had a door, like a glass door that you had to open to get into because it was like a pop-up tent, but it was rigid and it had air conditioning.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
That's,
cool. That was neat.
quite,
It was really cool
quite
walking into a tent and just being like, well, let's go check what the GI guys have. We walk in, it's like whoosh, like the cold air hits you. You're like, oh my god, let's go.
That's wild. That's a big ass
It was
tent.
super neat seeing the booths. If anybody ever says there's no paintball and money, there's money in paintball, or money in paintball money, whatever.
Wow, you are definitely still a little backwards, aren't you?
I am so messed up. It's brutal.
It's okay.
So we get there. There's sounds like the SEMA Auto Show booth. Sure, I don't know what that is, but I'm going to take your word for it because I went to a manufacturing convention one time and I was blown away by the size of those booths. Moving along, the team all gathers up and they played. The team played 5-man. The pits were, what you'd expect. They weren't anything like extravagant. It was a couple of, a tent for either side. I got to film all of it. It was very cool being able to watch. The way it flowed was really intense.
Yeah.
We would set up in the booth and it was go, 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 right? Like we're potting up, constantly potting. I'm filming. The pit crew, the team there is like constantly potting, checking guns, making sure everything's good to go, making sure the guys are drinking water, getting a little bit of fuel into them, that kind of thing. And then about 2 minutes before the match is over, the other team, like that's going to be taking our place, is like slowly trying to push their gear into the tent. Like, and it's like this like uneasy standoff where you're just sort of like, I know you're there. Stop. I'm not going to say nothing because I don't want the refs or anybody to like nail me for like sportsmanship and stuff, but like I'm gonna like put my foot in front of your bag so it can't move any further. Yeah, it's like this weird uneasy standoff. But it all flowed still. It was very, so that was very cool to experience. And watching the guys, they played a great game, great couple of games. It was a hard layout. It was a really hard layout. One of the things we noticed right off the bat was traditional thinking would be that your snake player off the break would make a mad dash to snake, try to get into snake 1 as fast as possible. Mm-hmm. We found that 9 times out of 10, while snake is diving into snake 1, they're getting gogged, like taking shot to the face midair. Because Dorito 2 has line of sight on snake 1. So they would just be like, buzzer, run to Dorito 2, just start laying down lanes. Right? Like just crazy. That's spam, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who that is. And it was laying down a lane, right? Just like bop. And then so your snake player is like trying desperately to get it. It's just like swak. But then they figured out they came. Then it was watching Corey like looking at the marking stuff down, and then he's like calling out code words that I have no idea what they mean, but they're clearly plays that the team understands. And and they just he'd call something random out, and everyone would just repeat it. And then I'd watch them go on the field, and they just knew what to do. And I was like, "This is so dope to watch." So that was a ton of fun. That was day 1.
Sorry, I'm just blown away. I'm just blown away at the this fantastic. That's not spam, and I'm really happy about it.
Yeah, it's active. Cool. I don't know who it is, but thanks for the engagement.
I'll take it.
Right, absolutely. So day one ends, head back to the Airbnb, shower up, get cleaned up, and then where did we go? Oh, day one ended. Went back to the field. I went back. I don't remember. Oh my god, I don't remember.
I don't remember where you went. You are in you're in some rough shape, man. This makes for some rough audio of people who are listening on the old
I'm so sorry.
On the radio.
Steakhouse. We went to the steakhouse. That's what it was. Thanks, Don. We went to Logan's Steakhouse. Man, that's caught me off guard. Went to the steakhouse and it was wild. Not faulting the waitress at all. She maybe it was her first day. I don't know, but it was funny. And I think the bartender was the one who mixed stuff up. But like, Ty orders a red wine. A white shows up, and then Dave ordered a double vodka, and 2 glasses. Each a single showed up. And like she shows up with the glasses, and she's like, so they kind of messed up. So you actually have 2 drinks, and he's like, oh, you gave me 2 doubles. She's like, no, there's 1 in each. Like, what is this? So we're just like, I don't. I'm
sorry, I messed. I'm loving this.
I can see it. You do that. You take care of that.
Yeah, that's fine. Bidets for the win. Once
you
you've experienced that.
Heated?
Oh, buddy. That's not them. There's not some fancy water fountain in there.
So yeah, we finish up there. We go back Airbnb, have some time. The only issue with the Airbnb, 2 issues. One, strangest layout house I have ever been. It was the strangest layout. I like one of the bathrooms, you would walk in and then it feels like it's supposed to be a main bathroom because it's got a doorway in the hallway, but the other door leads to a bedroom. And then like some of the bedrooms lead into the other bedrooms. Like it's clear it's a vacation home. It's clearly built to be a vacation home. It's not meant to be lived in, I don't think. Anyways, I was like, I don't know what's going on here. I kept getting lost. It's a 2-story building. I was getting lost.
Yeah, that is
the first night we came back from Topgolf, and I decided to do the polite thing and not try to figure out which room was mine. while possibly with some blurry vision, shall we say. And so I slept on the couch, except the couch was a sectional, and every time I'd lay down, the sections would start to separate. It was all tile floor.
Oh God, that's yeah.
I was so miserable trying to sleep on that couch.
Oh yeah. That's you. Yeah, you got stuck on the couch too, eh? Yeah.
No, it was by choice. It was by choice because I didn't want to. I knew I was in a room. I was sharing a room with Corey, but I didn't know which room or where it was, and I didn't want to go into everyone's random rooms. Someone did sleep. 2 people slept in car beds. Actually,
car beds are awesome.
It was
first of all.
It was a Disney themed rental home. So you've got the car room, the Mohana room. I slept in the Monsters Inc. room.
Who got the Moana room?
Jealous.
Best room. That's
Don?
awesome.
No, Don did Don have the Moana room? I don't remember who had the Moana room. The Moana room. It was funny though. It was like the some of the layouts were kind of strange, but like the Monsters Inc. room, you'd walk in and there was two singles on the floor, right? But then above the singles, they had built this I don't know, like it was like a box. Like you climb up with a ladder into it. It was like a bunk bed mounted to the wall, but it was all like boxed in. But it had plastic windows, like circle windows.
Yeah.
I took Don, Don slept in the Moana room. um, and yeah, it was neat. It was interesting, that's for sure. Beautiful, beautiful building, like beautiful home. We asked them to like do like we were like we want the hot tub going because apparently that was a thing where they were like, oh, if you want the hot tub that's currently built into the property, that's an extra fee. If you want the hot tub, like if you want that, no, well, if you want the hot tub heated, that's an extra fee.
Oh, okay.
So we're like, so it was like, okay, let's pay the fee, right? We'll split it, right? We'll have a nice hot tub when we get back from the field, that kind of thing, right? We let that sucker go for 2 days, and I think I've had warmer water come out of my cold tap. Like, I think it's a thermostat issue because people are just like, oh, we just gotta let it. Some of us were like, well, let's just let it run, let it run, let it run. It'll get warmer. I'm like, I don't think it will. I think they actually have it set to what like their version of hot tub is, and it was like, no, it was terrible. It was okay at night because it was like it was warmer than the air. So that's like when it's like not saying much at night. So yeah, that was wild. VIP, we all got the VIP bracelets so we could watch the pros play. That was an interesting situation. Like going and like sitting down and watching pro paintball was an interesting vibe I wasn't expecting.
Mm-hmm.
It was tented. So the VIP club level, what you were getting is it's got table service for one, and the other thing was that it's got cover, it's got shade. Otherwise, the other option was to go to the grandstands and be in the sun on an aluminum bleachers.
Oh yeah, that was like that when I went to Formula One.
The only thing, the VIP level was comfortable, but it was ground level. So at points I was sitting there having a drink, trying to watch the games, and between the refs, because there's like 6 refs per side or something, 5 refs per side, plus the media people going back and forth, and then just the angle, you couldn't see anything half the time. Like off the break, they disappear into the 50, and you're like, cool, I hope they're doing something cool. So I was like, man, like that's a lot of money to actually have a worse view than the grandstand people who are out in the sun.
Yeah.
But it was comfortable. It was table service. Saw some cool people. Didn't get a chance to talk to many because it was a lot of go. But like, it was kind of surreal. Just kind of like watching Greenspan wander by, Mr. H wandering by. Pretty sure I saw LaSoya. I'm not sure. And it was just kind of neat. The Hormesis booth was wild. That was its own. A couple people. TVs in there. There was TVs in the tent, but like a lot of money to stare at a TV.
Yep.
But the shade was nice. Like being able to like be like, okay, I'm gonna go to the shade and cool off. So that was worth it.
I'm kind of pleased with that one. Thank you, Explorer.
Yes, that was pretty much it.
Yeah. Aluminum in the heat is just not fun.
It's pros and cons to each side, right? Like grandstands, like you're kind of miserable in the heat, but you got a great view. And then it's like VIP, it's like you're comfortable, but you don't have a great view. So it's, this, that, the other, kind of thing. So,
yep.
But yeah, it was neat. The Hormesis booth was nuts. Like the dude had carpet. He had carpet laid out. He had like Persian rugs laid out. He had hired a guy doing Cubans, like Cubanos.
Oh,
the sandwich,
nice.
which I didn't get one because every time I went by, he wasn't there. So we got to go back, get Cubanos.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, it was just neat. He was running like 1v1s, connected. He had his own little field in the booth, which is kind of cool. They're running 1v1s, and then had a little clothing store selling a lot of Hormesa stuff. I was tempted. I was gonna buy some. It was like $60 for 2 shirts, which I mean is not bad really. Like $30 a shirt. Pay that at Walmart. But then I was like, I couldn't find anything I really liked. Like I was like, I'm not gonna buy this just because it's Hormesis. I want to like the shirt, so I skipped it. But it was neat. A little bummed. I heard I didn't witness it, but I heard it happened that Hormesis had 7 or 8 bands ready for launch at the day. Like it was like World Cup launch. Like you had to be at Cup to get them. And there was a lineup. People ready, right? And they launch. The first dude in line bought them all.
Oh, gross.
He bought all the headbands. Which then it's like, oh, Nikki Kuba. I was like, man, okay, on one hand, I get it, like Hermes sold all their bands, good for them, but like, man, you could have told the guy in the front to bugger off and just like, because you know you're going to sell all 8 of your bands.
Yeah.
You know, like let you know.
That's
I wouldn't have done it. I would not have sold all of them to him. I would have been like, no, you get one. Go to the back of the line.
Yeah.
So, but if you have
Damien.
8, you know what I mean? Like, and you've got 40 people in line. Like,
Damien Fowler, nice to see you, buddy. Looking
Yo.
forward to having you come and hang out with us and tell the story of how you savaged my wallet.
Yes.
Dude, worth it.
So we went around, checked out some cool stuff. Found this great little tent. Was a brand called Gangster Paintball, and they had little kids sizes. So Maya has a little pink and purple tie-dyed paintball shirt now, which she wore to school. So that was fun. I got the young fella headband. Went to HK Army. They had one with the dinosaur on it. I was like, done. So that was fun. Got to meet some cool vendors. The paintball trading guy. So the paintball Royale trading card game. If you played Magic or Pokemon or anything growing up, take a look because it's a neat idea. It's a quirky, kind of cool idea. It's not something that fits any particular mold. I just think it's a really unique idea. I know we already have trading cards, you know, but those are kind of like the ones we have now are kind of like hockey cards or baseball cards, right? They're player stats, you trade them, that kind of thing. This is specifically a trading card game of competition. It's a game. You're playing a game. He's already worked out a lot of the rules. Right now, he's got a Kickstarter going, so if you go look for Paintball Royale, you'll find the Kickstarter. He needs to raise $10,000. And
didn't you get a card made at one point?
Oh, that was a different guy.
Oh, it was a different guy.
I had a card made by another guy who was running this somebody who wasn't doing a paintball trading card game. He did more just trading cards.
He was
yeah. So that was cool. But this guy's trying to do basically to me it looks like Magic the Gathering, but paintball. And at Cup he had I don't know, a couple of dozen, maybe 100 cards pre-printed, all with AI art, which I asked about it. I was like, cool. I was like, this is clearly AI stuff. He's like, yeah, I wanted a working prototype. So he's like, I used AI to generate all the images because he needs like 100 some odd images. I was like, okay. He says, and that's why I'm not selling them at Cup. He says, I'm giving all of these cards away. He said, because I don't feel right selling them because they use AI images. So I was like, that's cool. I dig that. So I snagged like 8 or 9 cards for the young fella because he
Nice.
likes Pokemon cards. I was like, buddy, I got you something. I guarantee you nobody at your school has. Like, and if they do, I want to meet their dad. Like, Paintball the Gathering. Yeah.
What's the commander deck? You got a nightmare card. And just
there is a wolf card. I have a wolf card. It's wolf. It is wolf. But because it's AI, of course, it's a little like janky. So the GoPro is in the feed neck of the paintball marker. So anyway,
do you have a link for this?
Stuff.
For the
I don't. It's you go to the website Paintball Royale. Just look up Paintball Royale game on Google. I don't have.
Brad got to meet the ball sack guys.
I did. They have some cool stuff. They actually okay. So we're gonna have them on the show because they have a lot more products that they're not talking about. So they've got the OG ball sack, right? So hang whatever, fill your pods. While I was there, they also had some cool stuff set up. So they got the regulator protector, which was not nearly as bulky as I thought it would be. They had it on a marker so you could pick it up and try it out. And I was like, okay, cool. I get this now. I understand. It's got a little twist, like a screw cap that comes off so you can fill it, like fill it all in. And then, you screw in the screw back on and you're good to go. Your gauge is visible, but it's like recessed so nothing will hit the gauge, which is really smart. It's just a cool little gadget that probably would have saved many of my gauges back in the day. And they also had a thing that was, I don't know how to word it. It's a little square, but it's molded so that you can stick it to your tank. It's got an adhesive on it. It sticks to your tank, right?
Yeah.
And it holds your squeegee.
Oh, cool.
So your squeegee is actually up here, like up high. So you pull it, it's up by your shoulder. So you pull it down and then into your barrel instead of on your pant leg. And I guess Red Legion's using it. He was saying the Red Legion guys were rocking them and really enjoyed them. And then we had what else? Oh, the headbands. They had a thing for headbands, which was basically you take your headband and you'd feed the ends of your headband through it, and then it would lock them in place that way, right? So you'd pull them tight, and then you kind of like pull them down, and they kind of like almost like a ratchet kind of, I guess, maybe, or like it's like a tension fit so that it doesn't come undone, it won't loosen, but it's an elastic band. So you like stretch it over your head and put it on. And then your headband is always like where you want it to be, and it's nice and tight, and it doesn't. You're not worried about the knot coming off or like anything like that. So that was really neat. And just a couple other things. They're doing backpacks. They're doing like a really intense looking backpack that can like hold a pod pack, and they're like the collapsed ball sack in there, and then like a couple other things. Fits like a gun case.
Yeah. That suitcase you posted was freaking cool, man.
Oh, let's talk about that. The loft case.
That's a lot of money though for a suitcase.
Ooh. Okay, so the loft case. First of all, when I shot that reel, first of all, I was walking with Dawn, walking along, and I see this dude hanging at this booth with nothing except this case, this weird looking thing. I was like, I got to know what it is. It looks like, what is this? And he's like, it's a gear bag. I was like, it's a gear, okay. And then like as he's talking, he like picks it up, hits a button, and his legs come out from underneath it. And I was like, what? And then he unzips it, and it's got the hard shell, the hard layer on it. And then he takes up the hard layer, and it's pick foam inside. And I was like, so he does this whole salesman's pitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's amazing. Can you do that again on camera? So he bundles it back up and he does it again. and I'm filming it. What it is the bag was designed by a professional skydiver, and the gentleman who was at the field, so he's also a skydiver and a pilot and a paintballer, and he saw it. He was like, "That's super dope. You got to let me show this off at the World Cup." And so the guy's like, "Done. Let's do it. Let's send you out to World Cup. We'll send you with one of the bags. You can show it off." So people are like messaging me, being like, "Where do I buy this?" I'm like, "You can't for me. I'm not the dude. Like,
I'm
go
not
talk to the
dude.
other dude." So I shot this reel, and I was like, "This is super cool. I wonder if this will get, maybe get a couple of thousand views, and it'll show it off to some people." 358,000 views later, this thing blew up. The elephant in the room is the price. It is $650 US, not including the pick foam or the Velcro clear bags that are on the inside. So when you put everything together, it comes to like $900 US, which, yes, is expensive for a gear bag. My counter to that is Dye sold out of a $900 barrel. So clearly, it's not that much money to some people. Also, it wasn't designed for paintball. The target consumer is not paintball. The target consumer is like is real steel guys, the people who spend $2,000 on a sight for their rifle. Like that's what this gear bag is for, not for the paintballer who is thinking, "Oh, I don't have enough money to go play paintball." It also has a lifetime warranty. Anything breaks on it, you reach out to the company, they send you the part. So
you get what you pay for. It looked really fancy, for sure. It'd be
it's also entirely waterproof too. So you like zip it up. If it gets covered in mud on the ends, on the outside, or it gets covered in paint, whatever, you just keep it, like, zip it closed and just like spray it down. The stitching on it, he's like, the handle is rated for 2,000 pounds before the stitching will let go. It's like the fabric itself will like wreck before the stitch lets go, which is really neat. It's a great bag. I did not expect that kind of reach, and the amount of people who were just like, "This is stupid. You could just go get a gear bag and a folding table." And I really want to reply back to all of them and just be like, "Bro, it's okay if you can't afford it. You don't have to hate it." I don't hate
put your gear in a garbage bag like a man.
Right? I don't hate the $900 dye barrel. I hate how Dye presented it. Like, but yeah, it's very expensive. It would be, I priced it out, and it comes out to like almost $1,400 Canadian.
Oof.
To get it into Canada.
Big oof.
Big oof. So as much as I love it, I don't think I'll ever own one. Some of the top comments on that, though, some of the funniest ones that like made me spit out my beer, was one person said HK Army knockoff coming in 3, 2, 1. Like, it's like, oh, it was like savage.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I carry my gear in a pod bag. So, yeah.
An army duffel for years.
Right? Nothing wrong with it. Put your gear bag in a garbage bag was like a man. That comment was for the MagFed players.
This guy.
Yeah, it was, meeting the loft guy was super cool. Every time I kept walking, like every day I'd go by, and just like when I first, like the next day I went and seen him, I walked by and I was like 100,000 views. And like by the fourth day I was like 330,000 views. What is this? Like, no, I was freaking out over it. It was a ton of fun. Yeah, it was a blast, man. It was like so much paintball happening, so many fields, loads of players. It was really weird seeing that many people walking around just wandering with like very expensive paintball guns under their arms. William McDonald, if someone came across one, how much would you pay? I can't justify right now. I can't justify more than like $500 for a good gear bag. So, not that I don't think the loft one's not worth it. It's just I don't have that kind of flow to drop on a gear bag. So, somebody somewhere does, I'm sure. I really think if you had like multiple hobbies where you had to transport expensive gear and you needed a table in like remote areas, like real steel shoot, like going to the gun range, drone pilots, photography, that kind of stuff, I could see them using it. Then it becomes a serious investment. That's where I kind of see that stuff happening. But anyways, that's just the loft bag. We went to so then second day ends. We go to Brazilian steakhouse. Never been before. Very interesting. It's a little strange going up to a thing and being like, "Here's my plate. I would like that piece of meat," and they cut a piece of meat off for you. Like, I want sirloin. They cut you a piece of sirloin. I want a piece of pork, and they cut you a piece of pork. Very delicious. Just I'm not something I'm used to at all, but it was delicious. So good.
Sounds. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds delicious.
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. Excuse me. It was a ton of fun. We left that, then we stumbled across a car show happening. It was like one of those like little, when like cities have those little power centers set up where it's like lots of stores, but like it's like a little park inside the middle, and it's like benches and a place to sit, and there's like a little, I don't know how to explain it. But it was really cool. A little car show. Vendors, little art thing. Somebody, I forget which person, got yelled at for taking pictures of an art display, which is kind of funny because it was art on like canvas for sale, and one of the guys like took a picture of the booth, and she came out of nowhere and she was just like, "Hi, can I help you? Can you not take pictures of my artwork?" And it was like, it's Batman. Like, it's not like it's an original piece, bro. I was done. But yeah, she kind of like came screaming at like he was taking pictures of the Mona Lisa or something.
It would be Dawn that gets yelled at for something like that.
It was funny. It was really, really funny. Yeah, she seemed really angry that he was taking pictures of her what kind of looked like AI generated art.
Lady, don't even know who the phone is. She's just gonna find you and stab you.
Yeah. I stumbled across a Hawaiian ice spot. I've never had like Hawaiian ice before. It took so long to get it. I stood there for like 15 minutes. I was like, I don't know if this is worth it, but I've already paid the money.
And
I ended up ordering something that I didn't realize what I had ordered. I thought I had ordered like shaved ice kind of thing. Turns out I ordered something more equivalent to a milkshake, which was sickly sweet. It was like, it honestly, it tasted just like somebody added coconut milk to condensed milk and just handed it to me. I was like, I took like 2 sips of it and I was like, I'm done. Like, I threw it in the garbage. It was like $14, well wasted. So, it happens.
Like airport food.
Yeah. I kind of wish I had gone to like the praline guy or place across from them and gotten like, can't go wrong with a praline. So, but yeah, that was cool. Then we went back. Then we went back to the field. Hung out in VIP. Ran across. Oh my God, what's his name? I've forgotten his name already. I'm so bad. His last name was Woods. But I'm sitting there, and out of nowhere, this guy comes. Like, I'm in VIP booth, and the guy comes out of nowhere, and he goes, "Hey, you're the dude with the Maritime podcast, right?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Cool. I'm from Halifax. Can I hang out with you?" I was like, "Yeah, that's awesome. Let's do that." And I was like, dope, because I'm sitting here like by myself because everyone's playing 10-man or 3-man, and I'm like off like twiddling my thumbs like doo doo doo. And yeah, this guy came out of nowhere, so that was fun. And yeah, that was yeah. Then we went back to Airbnb again and just like chilled. Then we went to fancy Italian restaurant. We did not belong there. Maybe Dawn definitely did. We didn't. The rest of us. It was nuts. It was tasty. Oh my God, it was. We asked. They had one dish. Sorry, William Wobbles wanted me to talk about like the places, the food that we ate. And they had on the dish. It just said fried mozzarella. I was like, okay, so it's probably like. I asked the dude. I was like, are these just like matzo sticks? Like, what is this? He's like, it's basically a matzo stick but better. I'm like, you know what? The hell with it. I'll try it. Let's go with it.
Challenge.
They were not matzo sticks. They were like, I need something in comparison.
Like a slab. Was it a literal slab of mozzarella that's been deep
It was
fried?
like it. Think of like the dimensions of a credit card, but 3/4 of an inch thick. Yeah, it's like they took a block of mozzarella and just like sliced a chunk off, breaded it, and fried it, and then gave me 5 of them. So he came down, he puts the plate in front of me, and I was like, anybody want one? Like, it's like, I'm not eating all of this. It was so good. So tasty. I will end tonight's show with one of the funnier things at the end of the night. We left the restaurant. I think it was left the restaurant or on the way to the restaurant. I forget. We had to stop at a 7-Eleven for gas. Came across a team called the Jesters, and one of their teammates was this insane. And I don't mean like, oh, this was so much fun. It was insane. This dude was nuts. It was Russian dude. Was like asking us questions about like what he should buy from like the adult beverage cooler kind of thing. And like he's holding like Smirnoff, and we're like, that's not it, bro. You don't want that. And then like he was wild, like uncontained chaos. His teammates looked exhausted.
Traveling with Nolan.
It was nuts. The man was wild. It was hilarious. I want to get him on the show. Yeah, that was funny. I had been requested by Brittany to bring home snacks, and ended up finding blueberry pie Oreos at this 7-Eleven. I was like, well, nope, grabbed them. Like, let's go. I've never seen those in Canada. I was like, let's get them. Let's go. Well, she didn't have to out me like that. Just trying to get an idea for next year if I want to make the trip. Dude, it was great. It was amazing. The food at the event was top notch. I got to try Chick-fil-A for the first time.
No, not really.
I was like, okay, it's not bad. It's nothing I'm ever gonna crave, but it wasn't bad. What was really good was there was dudes there with 2 massive smokers who were getting there at like 4 a.m. to start the smoking. Like, it was good stuff. It was great. There was dudes,
I think you need to take Explore because he seems to know who everybody was.
Yeah, he's a little nuts like that. He's kind of like the little encyclopedia. The semi-pro New Jersey Jesters. Cool.
Yeah,
well, one
he's
of their
like
teammates
Hitchhiker's Guide, and we just take him with us.
Anyways, one of their teammates from Russia barely spoke English. I mean, he spoke English better than I could speak Russian. But he was chaos. He was chaos incarnate. So, yeah, that was my trip to the World Cup. Got to watch the pro field a little bit. That was super cool. Not doing the VIP booth again. Faithful Coffee, phenomenal. Such good coffee. That was good for many, many reasons. The coffee was phenomenal. So, but that's it, folks. We gotta go. We're way over our time. We'll talk more about it next week. I'll go further and explain maybe a little bit more and talk about like what I saw, like some of the events and stuff, and talk about the outcome of like Fit losing and Tampa Bay winning. So, but that's it, folks. We're out here. It's been a blast. So thanks so much for hanging out with us, and explore. You're insane. The Russian guy was on the Planet Paintball podcast before Cup. Do you work for CSIS or something, dude? Like, amazing. Okay. Anyways, we're out of here, folks. It's been a blast. It's been a ton of fun. So thanks for hanging out with us, liking, chatting, commenting, all that jazz. We'll be back next week. Until then, cheers.